We have reached the end of the path, and now we are able to create a business model canvas. If you haven't already done so, the suggestion is to download it and print it in a large format to put all the information connected with what you are trying to create. In the typical structure, there are 9 sections. We start with the customers, where we talk about who these people are, that we are trying in some way to convince that we are the best in the market. In the second part, we have to talk about the value proposition, where we tell who we are, so be careful to explain how the individual market is made and why we are the best. And in the third part, we try to tell the channels, then how we are able to communicate with people and which are the channels that will certainly be manned. We also talk about customer relationships. So the funnel, Get, Keep, and Grow, where we try to figure out how we get these customers, how we maintain this relationship, and how we can make more revenue. We also talk about revenue, so we try to understand what are for us the most important lines of business and the key activities. These, as we said, being linked to the individual sector, are very different. But you have to consider them because they help you understand which are the activities we want to follow and which are the ones that are decisive within the single market. Then there are the last 3 sections, the resources that are critical to the company: physical resources, human resources, and financial resources. We are talking about partners, therefore opportunities for expansion, or companies that do something that is not fundamental for us, but that could be in the near future. The cost part is the last element of the canvas because it must encompass everything we have tried to tell. So 9 sections on a single sheet. Now it is certainly clear to understand what are the elements that we need to include in the structure. We know that it is a complex job that takes a lot of time because in any case, when we discuss it, we then have to understand if our team is perfectly aligned with what we think. But it is really very important because once we see all these resources, we know that there is an added value. We know that the whole company that we have or that we are building is on one sheet. Just a quick reminder before saying goodbye. Remember that the canvas is very focused on the idea. Remember that ideas are the easiest part. The execution part is the really complicated one, as John Doerr says. So consider that you have a very interesting path in front of you in which the canvas must be the first step to understand if this type of reality can survive. And when you put all the information, start and try to move directly on the market. Try not to spend too much time on the canvas, even though it is a very useful tool for your start. Just fill it quickly and then focus with your team on testing it on the market. Well, we have reached the end of this journey together. Before we say goodbye, I want to thank Promo Impresa, which contributed to the creation of this content with great spirit of collaboration. And lastly, I want to thank you as well for following me up to this point. Now it's your turn. I wish you the best success in always giving voice to your ideas. See you soon.